This is Bob Capetta from the College of the Florida Keys, and this lesson is on polynomial long division. So we look at 3x cubed minus 11x squared plus 12x minus 4. We want to divide that by x minus 2. So we will use the long division notation that we used back in arithmetic to go ahead and do that. So x minus 2 into 3x cubed minus 11x squared plus 12x minus 4. The first question I ask, I look at 3x cubed and I look at x. The leading term here divided by the leading term here. 3x cubed divided by x is 3x squared. That is the first part of my quotient. So 3x squared goes in the quotient line. And then we multiply the quotient times the divisor. 3x squared times x minus 2. What will that be? It will be 3x cubed minus 6x squared. So we write that down here and we have to subtract. Now this is where it gets dangerous. So we take this piece minus this piece. 3x cubed minus 3x cubed, that will always go away. The next part, negative 11x squared minus negative 6x squared. Minus negative 6x squared is the same as plus 6x squared. So negative 11x squared minus negative 6x squared is negative 11x squared plus 6x squared, or negative 5x squared. So this minus this, negative 5x squared plus 12x minus 4. And the next thing we're going to need to do is to go ahead and divide. So negative 5x squared divided by x. Negative 5x squared divided by x will be negative 5x. That's the next part of my quotient. Negative 5x times x will be negative 5x squared. Negative 5x times negative 2 will be positive 10x. As we see here. Now this negative 5x squared plus 10x must be subtracted from this piece. So I have negative 5x squared minus negative 5x squared, that goes away. 12x minus 10x, of course, will be 2x, and then the minus 4 comes down as well. So we'll get 2x minus 4 here. And the last bit that we need is to take this 2x, this leading term, divided by that leading term. 2x divided by x, which of course is just 2. So positive 2 is the next part of our quotient. Then we multiply that positive 2 times x minus 2. 2 times x minus 2 is, of course, 2x minus 4. And we're going to subtract 2x minus 4 from 2x minus 4. 2x minus 2x is 0. Negative 4 minus negative 4 is 0. So my remainder is 0. So we have successfully done this division. This result, 3x cubed minus 11x squared plus 12x minus 4 divided by x minus 2 will be 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. Now that did not have a remainder. Of course, we can do long division problems that will have a remainder. So let's look at such a case. Next example, 2x squared minus x minus 17, all divided by x plus 3. Which I will write again using this notation from arithmetic. X minus 3 into 2x squared minus x minus 17. So the first step is to divide the leading terms. 2x squared divided by x. 2x squared divided by x is 2x, and that will be the first part of my quotient. 2x will go in the quotient line. And then we multiply the 2x times the divisor. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. That needs to be subtracted. So we have 2x squared plus 6x that needs to be subtracted from 2x squared minus x minus 17. 2x squared minus 2x squared goes away. It always will. Negative x minus positive 6x. Negative x minus positive 6x is negative 7x. And of course, negative 17 minus 0 is negative 17. So we get negative 7x minus 17 when we subtract this line from that line. Next, we have to divide negative 7x divided by x. Negative 7x divided by x is negative 7. That becomes part of the divisor. And then we multiply the negative 7 times the x plus 3. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. Negative 7 times 3 is negative 21. And that now needs to be subtracted from this piece. So we have negative 7x minus 17 minus negative 7x minus 21. Negative 7 minus negative 7x is negative 7x plus 7x, or 0. Negative 17 minus negative 21, well, what is that? That's negative 17 plus 21, or 4. So 4 is our remainder. What we should do then is we should write that remainder over the divisor. So plus 4 over x plus 3. And that's what our quotient will be. So 2x squared minus x minus 17 divided by x plus 3 will be 2x minus 7 plus 4 divided by x plus 3. Now let's take a look at one more. This time I will have a more complex type problem, but the procedure is always the same. So we have x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 15x squared minus 2x plus 20, all divided by x squared minus 2x minus 4. So this time my divisor is a trinomial. It has 3 pieces, but the process is the same. So we use that notation from arithmetic, x squared minus 2x minus 4 into x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 15x squared minus 2x plus 20. First question we ask, leading term divided by leading term. X to the 4th divided by x squared. That, of course, is going to give me x squared. Then x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. X squared times negative 2 is negative 2x cubed. X squared times negative 4 is negative 4x squared. Now we have to subtract. X to the 4th minus x to the 4th, gone. 1x to the 3rd minus negative 2x to the 3rd. 1x to the 3rd minus negative 2x to the 3rd, it'd be 3x to the 3rd. Negative 15x squared minus negative 4x squared, it'd be negative 15x squared plus 4x squared, which would give us negative 11x squared here. So we have 3x to the 3rd, x cubed minus negative 2x cubed, 3x to the 3rd. Negative 15x squared minus negative 4, negative 15 plus 4, negative 11x squared. And these, of course, negative 2x minus 0 is negative 2x, 20 minus 0 is 20. Next, we divide leading terms again. 3x cubed divided by x squared. 3x cubed divided by x squared would be 3x. 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. 3x times negative 2x, negative 6x squared. 3x times negative 4, negative 12x. Now all of those need to be subtracted. 3x cubed minus 3x cubed goes away. Negative 11x squared minus negative 6x squared would be negative 11x squared plus 6x squared, which would be negative 5x squared. Negative 2x minus negative 12x is negative 2x plus 12x, which would be 10x plus 20. Then we'll go ahead and do negative 5x squared divided by x squared, which will be negative 5. Multiplying that through, negative 5 times x squared, negative 5x squared. Negative 5 times negative 2x is 10x. Negative 5 times negative 4 is 20. And isn't that nice? Those are exactly the same. Negative 5x squared minus negative 5x squared, 0. 10x minus 10x, 0. 20 minus 20, 0. So there is no remainder in this problem. So how do we conclude it? Looking at this formula, we recognize that x to the 4th plus x cubed minus 15x squared minus 2x plus 20 divided by x squared minus 2x minus 4 equals x squared plus 3x minus 5. That is incorrect. And here it is fixed. Again, the division problem, this number divided by this number equals the quotient equals x squared plus 3x minus 5. Our next question will be x cubed minus 27 over x plus 3. And you'll recognize that there is no x squared term or x term in x cubed minus 27. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in just so I have an easy division problem to do regarding the subtraction. So we're going to put in 0x squared plus 0x as placeholders so that we have an x cubed term, an x squared term, an x term, and a constant term in the question we're starting with. So we're going to go ahead and write it using this notation from arithmetic, x minus 3 into x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 27. So the first thing we have to ask ourselves is divide the leading terms. X cubed divided by x is, of course, x squared. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. When we subtract x cubed minus x cubed is 0, 0x squared minus 3x squared is negative 3x squared plus 0x minus 27 for the rest. Then dividing it, negative 3x squared divided by x is negative 3x. Multiplying the negative 3x, negative 3 times x is negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times 3 is negative 9x. We want to subtract. Negative 3x squared minus negative 3x squared is 0. 0x minus negative 9x is positive 9x minus 27. Dividing the leading terms, 9x divided by x is 9 plus 9. And then multiplying 9 times x is 9x, 9 times 3 is 27. But be careful, we are subtracting. 9x minus 9x is 0, but negative 27 minus positive 27 is negative 54. So the remainder that we have there is negative 54, so we write the remainder over the divisor, so our final quotient will be x squared minus 3x plus 9 minus 54 over x plus 3. And that will conclude this lesson.